Come here, son, nephew, young man, let me holler at you. A war of words means nothing. Don't get caught up when somebody's trying to start an argument or you're trying to prove a point in an arena that doesn't matter. I'll give you a couple of examples about myself. Now, this is much easier as you get older because you don't really like talking to everybody. No way. Not only do I not talk to people in person sometimes, and it's more like I'm still cordial to people, but I just go on about my business in my day-to-day life. But I hadn't really felt like talking on YouTube. I had a lot of stuff going on. I just didn't feel like talking. But that's a little bit beside the point. There's seasons when God might just want you to be quiet overall. But I can name 2 types of situations, 3 maybe, where I had to just learn. It's like, okay, why are you talking, bro? What you talking about? Why are you talking to this person? Why are you talking in this situation? So I would guess, I think the biggest one, me and my ex-wives, I've been married twice. At one point, I used to want to have every piece of evidence that I could for when I go to court. Let me tell you something, man. These judges, they don't care about whether you're right or wrong. I can almost tell you what's going to happen play by play, as long as you try to get joint custody or some type of visitation for your child. If you're in the same city with the woman, then you can get 50-50 custody. You ain't gonna beat a woman in court unless she's just a serial killer or something like that, and you still might not beat her. That's one reason you don't need to argue, because you understand the circumstances. But man, you can have, a whole binder full of evidence. The judge ain't looking at that shit, man. Look, 50-50 custody if you're in the same city. If you got to travel a distance, then if you're a man, what you're going to get is, if you're a man, you probably are a man if you're watching this channel, you'll get every other weekend, every other holiday in the whole summer if you got a boy or if you got a girl, every other weekend, every other holiday, and then every other week in the summer. And that actually makes sense, because unless you're going to be sitting there doing hair and, buying bras and all that kind of stuff, having your daughter every single day could prove to be a little bit cumbersome depending on how your schedule is. So all that arguing with this chick, man, I don't do that no more. I let her deal with her new baby daddy, the second one. Ain't no allegedly. She got a baby for a man and they marry him. And then with the first one, she got a whole secret lifestyle going, allegedly. And that's a different story for a different day. So that's my fault for dealing with some women I shouldn't have been dealing with. I put myself in that situation. Ain't nothing to talk about except my kid. Fuss, argue, say what you want. I don't care, lady. I don't want to talk to you. Here's another one. I'm a logical thinker, and I used to want to prove logic to people. Illogical people don't give a damn about being logical. Stop. You're wasting your time. You also got some people that I made a video about circular arguments. You can look that up if you so choose. But when you recognize that somebody's doing circular arguments or talking just to be talking, don't worry about it. Here's another one. Tough guys on the internet. That used to burn me up. Man, I used to be so fiery when people would get to being disrespectful on the internet. I get to the point where I'm like, you know what? Where you at? I'm coming to see you face to face. We gonna find us a mixed martial arts gym, or we gonna find a boxing gym. We gonna get in that ring, and I want you to talk tough face to face. And of course, they never do it, and that's what you got to learn. People who doing all that tough guy talk, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna back it up. I can name. Let me see how many. I'm almost ashamed to say it. Let me confess to some sins. Let me see. And I'm still not the best at this, but there's a guy from Gulfport, Mississippi, couldn't get his tail in the ring. Some guy was picking with my former pastor, telling my former pastor in his own forum, yeah, I know you're a former Marine, but I don't think you that tough. Let's meet up somewhere. So, you know, on one of my ghost profiles, I told him, hey, you know what? In that profile, I kind of stay in the shadows and just watch, but I stepped out of the shadows because what this guy didn't understand, that's one of the churches I used to do security for. And I'm not special forces. I'm not some operator. I don't claim to be any of that, but I kick your ass if you deserve it. Especially if you mess with them babies or them old ladies trying to go to church. Oh yeah, I'll whoop the shit out you. Or worse. But so God says he wants to meet up with the pastor. So I'm like, nah, pastor gonna sit this one out. You know, he's got a good name to uphold and all that good stuff. I don't. Now, where we going to meet up at, of course, he didn't want to. Now, I've had a few situations like that. And what you just got to realize, people who do all that talking, it's just talk, man. And, you know, especially on the internet. You got folks who reinvent themselves on the internet because in real life, they cowards, they chicken-hearted, they losers, that type of stuff, man. So you can't worry about that. But you pray for Brother Renaissance, man, because I ain't going to lie. I have my days. So, you know, we all got something we need to improve on. I admit many of my faults on this channel. Let's see. Some situations where, now I'm not trying to, again, brag, but sometimes you may have experience in an area. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's a social cause. Maybe it's just a topic you're well versed on. And you realize you're talking to somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about at all. Not illogical, just literally ignorant. Okay, if that person is not actually trying to learn, like, okay, if you look at the playlist entitled Tools and Equipment on my channel, I collect pocket knives at this point. I'm way past the two I need. I just like them. Hell, look what I got today. Let me see. Today I got my Zero Tolerance 0350, and most of y'all probably don't give a damn about a pocket knife, but I do. So you fast forward through the next 10 seconds. It got caught up on my block just now, but that's my Zero Tolerance 0350. Let me put that up while I'm driving before I had the dumbest accident ever. Anyway, you'll have some guys who will come in the knife section in the what you call it? I'm sorry, I'm in my van today. My truck is getting repaired. I don't have that cell phone holder that would be in my cup holder right next to where my elbow is, and I hadn't found one tall enough to put the camera where I wanted. Pardon me. But anyway, you got guys who come in there and they tell me, hey, Mr. Renaissance man, you got that wrong, or you could do better in this area, or you made a mistake. And you know what I say? Thank you. But you got some people in life, man, who ain't trying to learn. They just trying to talk. And I can't stand men. Women gonna do that. And I give women a pass for just talking when they don't know what the hell they talking about. Women do that sometimes. But then you got some very intelligent women out there too. And look, my mentor in this type of business here is a woman. All the strategies I use to be efficient, to negotiate, when I did have a few employees for the family business, because you know, it's mom's deal. I just do it on her behalf, and it benefits her retirement and everything, and it's going to go to the kids. I don't benefit from it at all. I just simply exercise some control over it and do some work. But I got a lady who mentors me, so it ain't about being chauvinistic. It's just about reality. There was a lady who got in my comment section recently talking about being divisive against the genders and all that kind of stuff. Look, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. If you don't realize that, hey, there's a situation you don't talk about. Look, if you got a penis dangling between your legs, you're a man. Hypothetically, if you chop it off genetically, you're still a man. Look at your knuckles. Look at your shoulders. Look at your eyebrow ridges, bruh. Look at your DNA. I'm sorry, that's what you are. And I actually, I'm more tolerant of that stuff than you might think. So for example, if I got a student who says I want to be called whatever, okay, I'll tickle your fancy with that. Now, let me tell you where I'll draw the line at. It better not be no cross-dresser trying to go into the bathroom with my daughter. We not having that. or any weird stuff like that, or trying to force that stuff on me or mine. We're not doing that. But if that's how you want to live and you don't bother me, fine. But I'm not about to argue in these gender war debates. Who files for divorce more often? Well, you can read the statistics. It tells you. Or which gender is more involved with children. Hey, they got clear-cut statistics that tell you. So anyway, to make a long story short, pick your spots when you're talking, because there's just sometimes you just don't need to be talking. Don't waste your breath. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. There's more important things to deal with. And as always, never lose the will to win. Never lose the will to survive.